I wanted to talk to you right now about using a pendulum, and it's something I grew up with. And so a pendulum is a form of just getting a yes or no answer. And it's something I learned and practiced with one of my friends in England. And my mom used her pendulum for everything. I think it's very English or European. I know a lot of my Irish friends use one too. And they're basically, a pendulum is it's like a sacred tool for help when you are not sure of something, and it will just give you a yes or no answer. And I have one here that my girlfriend gave me. It's actually not crystal, but you can use a rock. My friend uses her mala beads. I remember I was in Bali with her, and she used her mala beads all the time. So anything that you can, it's kind of weighted on one end, is really, really good. Just have a simple, quiet space to ask your questions. It's optional, but it's recommended that you clear the pendulum when you get one. You can hold it under running water, you can smudge it, you can put it out in the moonlight on a full moon, but it's really, really good. It's good advice to have it cleared of any past energy. Whenever I buy crystals or anything from any store, I always clear it of anybody else's energy. And I don't actually let anybody use my pendulum. It's important, if you do want to use one, that you make sure that you're clear when you're using it. So it's important that you've done the cord release and your energy is clear. Then ground yourself and center yourself. Just take a few deep breaths, 3 breaths, and then visualize yourself connected to the center of the earth. And then open up your crown chakra to the higher dimensions and your spiritual team. And then just connect with your pendulum. It's a good idea to have it on a string. My friend and I we used to play with this all the time in England, but sometimes the string would break. And it's good to hold it between your thumb and your forefinger and not over your palm. You establish the connection, and the way that I did it, you'll get yes, no, or don't know, or don't understand. Like there's too many parts to the question. So I asked, a few years ago, I was asking about a business we were selling, but it was so complicated that the pendulum just wouldn't answer. If you're too emotionally attached, or you want something to be a certain way, it won't answer either, because your emotions could affect it. But it's really guidance from your guides, and it's an avenue you can use when you don't have a really strong connection to your intuition. But as you develop your intuition, you'll just know the answers to things when you need to. So the way I do it is you establish a connection, and you ask simple questions, but you ask, the way I say it is, will you answer me in the vortex of love, truth, light, and understanding? And I ask that 3 times. Will you answer me in the vortex of light, truth, love, and understanding? Will you answer me in the vortex of light, truth, love, and understanding? Will you answer me truthfully? Will you answer me truthfully? Will you answer me truthfully? 3 times. Then you ask, am I clear? Am I clear? Am I clear? There's times when I've used my pendulum when I wasn't clear and it won't work. So then I've gone away and cleared myself. It's also important to be calm and centered. Pendulums don't work when you're upset or emotional. And that's usually when you want to use them, but they won't work and give you the right answer. They're only for your guidance. They're not for reading for other people. And as I said, if the question is too complicated, it may not respond. And keep your questions really simple, yes or no. So the way I ask is, Is it in my highest interest? Is it in divine order? And then sometimes if it's something I'm not sure about, I'll say, does it matter either way if I do this? Because some things are so, doesn't matter. It's also good to know who you're speaking to, so you connect with your guides and your spiritual team and create a ritual and really, really get to know them through doing this and be grounded when you use your pendulum. So to start, you ask a question you know the answer to. Is my name Jane? Is my name Mike? And you should get a yes or no. You start by asking it, give me a yes. And everybody's pendulum works differently. So a yes could be straight up and down. It could be in a circle. It could be left to right, right to left. Usually when the pendulum is still, it is because it won't answer. And then ask one question at a time and wait for the answer. Don't ask too many questions all at once. And avoid emotionally charged questions or things where you want something a certain way. And then when you get done, just say thank you, because it was your guidance, your guides that helped you with this. I just wanted to tell you, these have been used for centuries in Europe. And originally, a lot of times they used hag rocks. And I wanted to show you, this is a hag rock. I don't know if you can see it. They're on the beaches in Europe, and they're called hag stones or hag rocks. And they're called hag rocks because they called people who did this kind of work and healing hags or witches. And lots of people were burned at the stake for having this knowledge. On the beaches in Norfolk, we have a few beaches that aren't sand, and when I go home to Norfolk, I always go and look for hag rocks, and they're really beautiful because they are so connected with the earth. And so it's nice if you can find some. So thank you, and I hope that you enjoy using your pendulum.